All right. Feel free.
Just first thoughts and impressions on this win, Coach. You doubled the score up on them. Everybody got a chance to see some good playing time.
Yeah, I thought the first half was as good a basketball as we played all season. The way we passed the ball, shared it, moved without the ball, it was a impressive half of basketball. The first quarter, I didn't think we defended extremely well. Um, we turned them over, but when they got shots, they were shooting close to 50% at one stretch. So as we talked, if, you might not turn somebody over all the time, but you're going to have to at least contest and make them make tough shots. But overall, it was a fun half to watch. Just how well we passed it. We took good shots. We really didn't turn the ball over all that much. I think three of our seven may have been offensive fouls that turns into a turnover. So a charge. It wasn't just a bad pass. So overall, it was great, and it's always nice when you can get everybody in the game and get them a bunch of minutes.
Can you update us on Nina and what happened there?
Yeah, it was just a knee bump. So, and she'll be good to go here in a few days. You guys are great. Fantastic. No, fantastic.
Just to
We're all hungover.
go a little bit further with down on that.
Me too.
Lily Love really had a big game out there for you. Coming in, getting the double, and just the players are really talking about her energy. Just kind of follow up on that.
Yeah, she plays with a ton of energy. I've just got to get her to buy in, to take the next step. Take the next step of understanding spacing, understanding when to go for a steal. You can't go for a steal all the time, because once we start playing teams as we go on, they're going to take advantage of her aggressiveness and go back door on her. It's like she's so long. Make them make tough shots over you, and then pick your time to when you're going to go for a steal. You can't go for it every time.
Um, I asked the players this: you get ahead and you're frustrating with your defense, and it gets a little rough out there. Your players seem to handle it pretty well and not buy into the emotion of it. But what do you tell them in when that stuff starts to happen?
Yeah, I just told them make sure you play the game the right way. It was a physical game, both sides, and if you block a shot, I don't need you talking. Block the shot and play on. But overall, I thought both teams did a really good job of trying to just continue to fight through things. But more importantly, I think the biggest takeaway for me, which I've got to challenge the kids on, is our first half was fantastic, but then our second half was not very good. And you've got to be able to, I don't care what the score is, you've got to be able to do the fundamental things right. And unfortunately, we didn't do those very well in the second half. And I know the score had something to do with it. But if you want to be elite, it doesn't matter what the score is. You've got to continue to do the fundamental parts of this game the correct way. I mean, we scored 26 points in the second half, and we scored 29 in the first quarter and 25 in the second, and we mustered an impressive 26 in the third and fourth quarter.
Coach, no secret who you guys are playing next week. Obviously, teaching your team about this rivalry and having them, find influence in the past Cards teams, and as you go into this matchup too, how are you kind of gearing up for facing Kentucky?
Well, you know what? I haven't even had a chance to look at it much. I'll be out on the road recruiting tomorrow. Come back Tuesday, be out again on Wednesday, and then we'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday prep. To prepare, three solid days to prepare for them. It doesn't matter, as we all know, what the records are. It's always a very competitive game. It's two teams that are really looking to compete, and we've had some great ball games. There's no question about it. So, I'll worry more about them here starting up tomorrow as I'm traveling. I'll take some film with me and be able to start trying to break some things down.
As the atmosphere is concerned, it's obviously on a different level. Your team has been tested already coming to this point, but embracing the moment, is that something you're going to encourage them going
Well,
into
of
that
course we
matchup?
do. We always do. I mean, we know it's a huge game. I mean, it's a great game. We have had some battles in the past, but yes, our kids will understand and do understand the importance of this game. Hopefully, we can get 12, 13,000 to come out and make it a great environment. Yeah, so it's just not another game on the schedule. We're quite aware of that.
Coach, at 8-1 now, roughly I'd say 1/3 of the way through the season. What are some of the things that you're most pleased about this team so far, and some of the things that you thought might be a little further along at this point in time?
Well, I mean, we just got to be able to play a 40-minute game. I like our fight. I like our depth. I like our ability to score from multiple spots, which I think makes us harder to guard. But I just want to see us become more efficient and take care of the ball at a better pace. I thought the first half was great, and then we just got sloppy, and that's what you can't do. I mean, we shot a real impressive 5 of 20, then 4 of 15 in the third and fourth quarters. And part of it was because we passed up good shots. We passed up stuff trying to be cute, and we turned the ball over. So it's a group that I really believe we're going to continue to get better as everyone continues to accept their roles, and as they find out what their roles are, they continue to evolve as we go as we go throughout the season.
Jada had a plus-minus 28 in this one. Past couple games, it just seems like she's having bigger and better games. What makes her such an impact on the floor?
Well, she's finally starting to attack. I mean, it's something that I've asked her to do for all 9 games, but the first 5, she for some reason I'm not sure what it was, but she had 5 assists, 1 turnover, 6 steals. Because I challenged her too. Like, she didn't play as much at Ole Miss because defensively she was backing off, and we can't do that. We've got to have players to play aggressive. Try and make sure that you're a presence out there. And then I thought tonight she did a much better job. She was moving off the ball, and then when she was guarding the ball, her presence on the ball was really good. So if she can continue to embrace those things, then this is what I think you can expect from her every night.
Players kind of talked about a little bit too, what you just said, wanting to attack a little bit more. Defense still has a little bit to work on. Even in a game when you have like 31 turnovers like this one, what's that extra step to take it a step further for the defense?
Well, it's not necessarily the 31 turnovers. That's great, but we have to do a better job. I mean, they only got up 6 shots in the third quarter, but they go 3 of 6. You're shooting 50. So when they do get shots, they're making them. So we have to do a better job of making shots harder. And then once we can get to that point, and then if we're turning them over as well, now you've really got something cooking and have a chance to be really good.
Coach, you were able to get down to Charlotte yesterday for a football event
Yep.
down there. Just some of your thoughts and impressions on the football team this year and what they've done in surprising the nation.
Well, it's great. I mean, it's the excitement that Jeff and his staff and the players brought back, the entire fall, is something that we've missed here for a few years, and he brought that back. It's the one thing I always say about football. It's like you're one game a week, where if it doesn't go your way, you got to sit for a week, or if it's a bowl game, heck, it could be a month. Where in basketball, we're sitting here playing 2 or 3 games a week. So you might play bad on Sunday, but I could very easily be tipping it back up here on Wednesday. But in football, it's just a different mindset that you have to have because you've got to move on to the next. And what Jeff and his staff and his players have been able to do, I think, to rally our city and the excitement, our fan base, has been fantastic. And football kind of starts things off. football starts things off with, the fall season, and then you've got our volleyball program going up to Pitt, and Danny's done a great job with that, the excitement that they've brought. So our entire athletic department, has really, I think, continues to succeed. Our field hockey team, it's everybody. It's what's fun. Swim and dive. That's, I think, why it's so important to have your football when you're starting off the year. You're starting off things to have the success that they had. Appreciate everybody.